It's all red now.
Have you pressed it now?
Yes.
It's running.
It's running. Yeah.
And action.
Take 127.
Last week we covered this. There was the alcohol one no trump, weak no trump, and that is a limit bid. And to open one no trump, you have to have 12 to 14 points. And we did go through all the various shapes of the hand. So you wouldn't have a void or a singleton, and not more than one doubleton. It limits your hand to points and shape. And when you open one no trump, your partner must alert that, well, not alert it, they must announce that, and they must say 12 to 14. So you put your bid on the table of one no trump, and they announce it's 12 to 14. We went through some hands. What we going to go through? Responding to one no trump. If you've got if you've got a balanced hand, which is the same as your partner's got, you've both got balanced hands, then you 0 to 10 points, you pass your partner's bid. You just leave them one no trump. As you remember, you need 25 points for game. If they've got 12 to 14, and you've got 0 to 10, you obviously haven't got enough to game. So there's no point in bidding. You might as well just leave it one no trump. If you've got 11 to 12 points, and they might have 14 points, maximum 14 points, then it's worth inviting them to game. So you then bid 2 no trumps, which tells partner you have 11 to 12 points. That again is a limit bid. These are all with balanced hands, by the way. When it comes back to your partner, because remember the bidding goes round the table in a clockwise direction, and there's no intervening bids, then your partner with 14 points, so that's the maximum, knows that they will have game on, so they can bid 3 no trumps. With 12 or 13, they would just pass. If your partner has 13 to 18 points, and you've opened no trump, which is 12 to 14, you would jump to game. And when you jump a bidding, you have to use a stop card. So you put the stop down, then you bid, then you count to 10, and you put the stop card away. That's just to alert the opposition that you've jumped the bidding and give them a bit more time to think about what they might want to bid if they're going to bid. It also wakes your partner up a bit. But that's not the objective. If you've got 19 to 20 and your partner has opened one no trump, you think you might have a slam. A slam is 6 no trumps. So, and you need 33 points, 33 plus points for a slam. So this is again adding your points to theirs. You think if they're maximum, you might have enough for a slam. So you bid 4 no trumps, which again you use a stop card, and 4 no trumps is known as a quantitative bid. Because it's limiting your hand again, it's giving you exact point count. It's saying you have 19 to 20. And if they have the maximum, they can go to 6. If in the unlikely event you've got 21 to 24 points and your partner has opened one no trump, you know you have enough for slam, so you can just go stop 6 no trumps straight away. And this is, so road is hardly worth mentioning, but if you've got 25 plus points and your partner's opened one no trump, you can bid the grand slam of 7 no trumps using your stop card. I very much doubt that will ever happen in your lifetime or mine. It's possible, I suppose, but you never know. Right. Then we went on to say, if you're opening the bidding, so remember when you get your board, it tells you who the dealer is, and the dealer is the person who is allowed to speak first in the bidding. They may pass if they haven't got enough points, but if they have 20 to 22 points and they have a balanced hand, they can open the bidding with 2 no trumps. And again, they use a stop card, they say stop 2 no trumps, and partner announces that as 20 to 22. Now again, partner adds their points to what the opposition that the partner has got. So if the partner's got 20 to 22, they only need 5 to make game. So with 0 to 4, they would pass. These again with balanced hands. With 5 to 10, they can just bid game straight away, 3 no trumps. With 11 to 12, they would say stop, 4 no trumps, again quantitative, telling their partner they have 11 to 12. With 13 to 16, 6 no trumps, and with 17 to 20, 7 no trumps. Okay? That was for all the no trumps, and they were all, a lot of these are limit bids, because they limit your hand to size and shape. Okay, today we're going to go on to opening one of a suit. And one of a suit is a wide-ranging bid, and it covers points from 12 to 19. And your hand can be any shape at all. Now when you open, you should bid your longest suit first. There's a little thing that we say to keep that in head, length before strength. So that means the length of the suit is more important than the quality of the suit. So you might have ace, king, queen, just 3 in a suit, and you might have jack 10, 9, 8, 7 in another suit. You open the longest suit, the one with the jack 10, 9, 8, 7, not the ace, king, queen. So, as I say here, we've got spades, ace, king, 9, 4, and hearts, queen, 9, 8, 7, 6, diamonds, king, 7, 2, and clubs, 4. So you've got enough points for game. You've got 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So you have the required amount of 12 points. Some people might think, oh, I like these. I've got ace, king, they look quite nice, I love the spade, but you shouldn't do that. You should open the heart, then that's your longest suit, so you should open 1 heart. So you put your card out, your bidding box on the table in front of you, 1 heart. Your partner does not have to announce or say anything, they just keep quiet. We use the bidding boxes because it's usually meant to be a silent auction. You shouldn't talk or say anything except for when you have to announce a bid or explain something to the opposition if they ask you. The opposition can ask for explanations of biddings, but you cannot ask your partner about anything. It's silent. That's why we use the bidding. It's a language, it's not a secret language, it's a language of bidding that you should learn so you don't have to explain. Right. So when you open, you must have at least a 4-card suit. Okay? Okay.
We're just like the Masons then.
Right. So with 2 suits of the same length, you should open the higher ranking first. So if you remember, the ranking is spades as highest, hearts, diamonds, and then clubs. And when I write a hand out, I always put them in that order on the board for you. So in this hand here, we have hearts and diamonds, both of equal length. We've both got 5 cards each. So in this situation, you would open the bidding 1 heart. Okay? It would be the same if you had 4 hearts and 4 diamonds, you would still open it 1 heart. Remember though, if it's 12 to 14 points and it's a balance hand, you still open 1 no trump. Right. There's always exceptions in bridge. And often when I teach you something 1 week, about 10 weeks time, I might say, well actually forget that because we're going to do something else. But this is basic. So when you open this hand here, you can see you've got 4 spades, 4 hearts, 3 diamonds and 2 clubs. You've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 points. You've got 18 points in the hand. So it's too strong to open 1 no trump because it is quite balanced, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's too weak to open 2 no trumps because it's not 20 to 22. Now I know you said open the higher ranking first, but when you've got spades and hearts, you open the hearts first. That is so you don't miss out on heart fit. If you open 1 spade, your partner might have 4 hearts and wouldn't be able to bid them. So you open hearts first in this situation. You're always trying to find a fit in a major suit in bridge, and 8 cards between you is a fit. Okay, so if your partner's opened 1 of a suit, you know they've got 4. So, which is what it says here. So when you're responding and you've got a fit in your partner's bid suit, so remember they must have 4, but they may only have 4. So you have to have 4 to bid, you put a fit, because then you've got 8 between you. So if you have a fit and you've got 4, it's all there anyway. Yeah? Okay. So, it's lost already. As your partner may have as many as 19 points, because remember when they have opened with a wide ranging thing, they've got 12 to 19, you can respond with 6 points. Okay, so it's not like no trumps, you can respond with 6 points. And if you've got a fit, so you've got 4 of the suit that your partner has opened, you have got a fit. With 6 to 9 points, you can raise them to the 2 levels. So whichever suit they've opened, clubs, diamonds, hearts, or spades, you can raise them to the 2 level. So they say 1 heart, you have 4 hearts and 7 points. You say 2 hearts. That's quite easy. Your bid here is again a limit bid because it is limiting your hand to 6 to 9 points. So as soon as you say that, your partner knows you have 6 to 9 points and you've got 4 of their suit. If you've got 4 of their suit and 10 to 12 points, you can jump, using the stop card of course, to 3 of the suit. So that's, again, gives them a limit a bit of your hand, 10 to 12. 13 to 15, it says in EB book 13 plus, but I would say with 13 to 15, jump to game. Because you know you're going to have game on. They've opened with 12 to 19, you must have game on. So jump to game, which is 4 hearts or 4 spades. There are 5 diamonds and 5 clubs, and we will go into this later. You're often better playing in no trumps than playing in a minor suit, but you need to have stops in that. So 5 diamonds and 5 clubs is quite rare really, because there's so many tricks you need. But don't worry too much about that at the moment, we will cover that later. Don't forget to use your stop card. If you've got 16 plus points, you probably have been slammed, but that's another lesson. We'll talk about that. We don't want to get too complicated at the moment. Trying to keep it as simple as possible. All these bids, of course, are without the opposition intervening. And all the hands have been set so the opposition won't intervene. I know last week they didn't want to, but I try and make the hands so that they aren't able to. so there's no intervening bids. Right, there's one more thing that you need to know, and this is the rule of 20, right? So when you're opening, if you add your points to the number of cards in your 2 longest suits and it comes to 20, you can open with fewer than 12 points. So for example here, this hand here that you've got, you can see you've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 points, and you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards in that suit, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in that suit, 5. So you've got 20 points there. Well, not 20 points, but you can add it up to 20. So if it adds up to 20, you can open one of the highest ranking suit. So you could open that 1 heart. Okay? So that's using the rule of 20. This is another example of the rule of 20. So this time you've got 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 points, but you've got 5 and 4, which is 9. 9 and 11 is 20. Yeah? Okay? So it's not normally less than 10 points. It's usually 10 or 11 points when you can open. It's more often when you've got 11 points that you're opening. The 10 points is a rarity, I would think, because it's not often you get that sort of hand, but you get these shaped hands quite frequently where you've got 11 points. So you've got to have a 5 and a 4 shape really to be able to open.
So would you open one of the...
You don't want a spade.
Yes.
You don't want a spade.
Longest.
Yeah. So that's the rule of 20.
Right.
So that's it.
Yeah, that's it, great. Lovely.
Let's get cracking.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming on.